Across the northeast coast of Japan, mourning unimaginable loss is a part of daily life. Miles from the ocean shore, we found this shrine on the playground of an elementary school where 74 children were killed.
When I stand here, I'm so sad, and I feel sorry for them.
This man was grieving the loss of all 3 of his grandchildren. Ruins of the school stand as a spiritual relic of the loss, and much of what filled these classrooms was never seen again. And all of those objects are supposedly floating in the ocean towards our part of the world. The people here in Japan want us to know that none of that debris is garbage. Those items are sacred.
They are not just garbage or debris. They are personal belongings, so they should be returned because they have their personal feelings in it.
They say any missing reminder of a lost child is important.
They lost their houses, they lost everything by the tsunami, as well as their children. So even just a little pen helps, and they just want to have something personal that used to belong to the children.
But scientists believe the sheer amount of tsunami debris flowing towards the U.S., which could include human remains, is staggering. This computer animation was made by marine researchers showing an estimate of the massive debris field steadily moving east right toward the Pacific Northwest. It'll take years for Japan to sort through these mountains of debris near their shores. We saw some of these mountains 8 stories high. There are far too many crumpled cars to count, and every day trucks bring more. Japanese officials believe millions of tons of this same kind of mangled debris were pulled into the U.S.-bound currents of the Pacific. Building materials, shoes, bikes, anything that might float.
It was just like I was watching a movie.
Yuji Sato saw the fast-moving tsunami dragging away entire neighborhoods. For weeks afterwards, oyster fishermen like Yuji spotted much of what was floating being carried offshore. And clinging to a lot of that moving debris are the very same encrusted sea creatures workers chip off these Japanese oyster shells. U.S. experts now worry some of this sea life native to Japan could be considered invasive in our waters, posing a threat to the future of our local fishing industry. And it all makes Japanese fishermen worry for us.
And I understand that this debris are making a lot of trouble for fishermen and the people there, and I feel very sorry about that.
Makoto Ando lost his scallop farm, his prized fishing boat, and his home. Like thousands of others, Makoto's family lives in a one-room temporary house. For Makoto, even where there's signs of new life, the specter of destruction, decay, and loss are always in view. Homes are still hollowed out here in Ishinomaki City, where families and children were swept away. Nearly 3,000 people were killed in this town alone. While officials consider how to process what the water pushes towards Washington State, Makoto wants us to respect whatever is found.
We have lots of memories in those things. If they are found and if they are identified, I'll be willing to have it back, and definitely.
Meanwhile, on the school grounds, parents mourning the loss of their children deal with their grief by searching for mementos while trying to help a tsunami-scarred land to heal.